Hey y'all, it's Chrissy O from Chrissy O's Clucky Chronicles and ChrissyOShow.com website, YouTube channel. I'm just saying, hey y'all, it's me, it's Chrissy O, and I'm hunkered down on this drizzly evening in Johnston County, where the air is as thick as molasses, and my flock's already dreaming of fairground glory. That's right, you heard me. So Ludy Bell's out there strutting like she's just winning the poultry strut off or something, and Nanaroo, well, bless his heart, sometimes he just chases his own shadows like they're deep fried Oreos on the Midway. Anyway, y'all, it's October, which means one thing: the NC State Fair's about to light up Raleigh like a 4th of July sparkler, honey. And it's running from October the 16th through the 26th this very year. But hold your horses, or your hens, or your goats or something. We ain't rushing the gate just yet. So today, for a full 20 minutes of porch sipping magic, we're going to take a slow ramble back through 172 years of this grand old tradition. You heard it right, 172 years. From muddy fields in 1853 to a million souls dancing under Dorton Arena lights. We'll wish, we'll laugh, we'll joke, we'll dish on food that just feeds the soul. We're going to ride rides that tangle your britches, games that test your grit, and shows that literally steal the show. So grab your sweet tea or coffee or whatever, pull up a hay bale, and drop your very first fair memory in the comments. Mine is kind of sneaking cotton candy with Granny, We like to get cotton candy. Papa loved cotton candy, and the few times that I got to go with Granny Lorraine and Pa Arthur, he loved cotton candy and candied apples and caramel apples. So that's my first little memory when I was little. Anyway, if you're new here to Chrissy O's Clucky Chronicles, do me a big old favor, Flav, and hit that subscribe button and join the flock for more Southern farm stories with a side of history and all kinds of other goodness, okay? Now, let's just cluck our way back in time. Okay, y'all, picture this. It's October 1853, and Raleigh's sleepy town of dirt roads and hoop skirts. A handful of forward-thinking farmers, led by the State Agriculture Society, decided it's high time North Carolina steps up its farming game. No more guessing at crop yields or plow designs. Let's gather, share, and show off what works. So, on the 18th through the 21st, they rope off 16 acres just east of the Capitol between Davie and Hargett Streets and throw open the gates to the very first North Carolina State Fair. Now, the admission back then, honey, it was a whole 25 cents, about what you'd pay for a loaf of cornbread, back then. Now, 4 days of pure ag wonder. So folks hauled in their best hogs, hominy, handmade plows. They were judging who had the fattest steer or the sweetest sorghum syrup. Now, the busiest day, over 4,000 souls turned out, more than Raleigh's population at the time. Now, there was no Midway madness yet, just tents brimming with quilts, cider pressings, and speeches on soil rotation that just would make my guineas nod off to sleep. But here's the heart tugger. This wasn't just a hoedown. It was a lifeline for state rebuilding after the hard times. Now, prizes totaled in $524 in cash. Imagine winning that for your prize pumpkin. Now, my great-granddaddy might have hitched a mule cart or something way on back from Johnston County, just like I load up eggs for market, and my flock, well, they'd fit right in, honey. Early fairs had poultry shows where hens like, my little Miss Priss could just peck for blue ribbons, okay? The fair skipped a beat, though, from 1861 to 1868. What with the Civil War tearing hearts and hymns, and Reconstruction just leaving folks too bone tired to celebrate. But come 1869, it roared back stronger than a rooster at dawn. By 1873, they outgrew that cramped spot and moseyed across from what became NC State University on Hillsborough Street. Still is our permanent home today, bless its little sawdust soul. Electric lights flickered on in 1884, turning night into a gaslit dream. Y'all, if you're feeling that pull, just comment below. Ever judged a pumpkin at a county fair? It's the same thrill, just with more sequins now. Now fast forward through the roaring 20s when the fair's blooming like kudzu on a July fence. Attendance is climbing to tens of thousands, with exhibits on everything from birder churning to baby contests. And yes, ma'am, they did judge the chubbiest cherubs, but growth meant grit. Hurricanes in the 30s flooded the grounds, yet these folks waded in with umbrellas and unyielding spirits, much like I do with my coop in a downpour here. Come 1938, they ditched the ragtag carnival for 40 shiny new shows and rides. High type, they called them. No more rickety Ferris wheels tipping tipsy uncles around. Now, World War II kind of paused the party from 1942 to 1945 because priorities were Liberty Bonds, not lemon shakes. But 1946 saw a triumphant return with over 200,000 pouring through the gates. That was cool. Now, that's when the real magic sort of sparked off, because Dorton Arena broke ground in 1928. But it finally opened in 1952. That sail-like wonder hosting presidents from Truman to everybody, atomic energy, just demos that had jaws dropping, and even a 1963 fireworks extravaganza narrating 300 years of Tar Heel tales. It was boom after boom, lighting up the sky like my guineas at feed time. Dorton Arena is a staple. Everybody knows that building. It's a classic, timeless building. We all know it. Now, the early attractions. Well, chicken incubators hatching fluff balls. They were literally right in front of your eyes. And they had stuntmen diving from towers and airplanes buzzing overhead. Just pure wonder for a kid right here from Johnston County, North Carolina. Now, my hen, Ludy Bell, she would have pecked at those incubators just claiming kin and livestock. Well, the junior shows started in the 50s. They were giving farm kids like my own just a shot at glory. Steers were groomed finer than a beauty queen, and sheep sheared slick as a whistle. And then through floods, wars, and the 2020 debacle, the fairs endured. They were evolving from plow pulling practical affairs to the heartbeat of North Carolina pride. Ain't that nostalgic, y'all? Makes me want to hitch up the truck for a drive up I-40. Who's with me? But y'all, if the fair's heart is agriculture, its soul is the Midway. It's awesome. That electric ribbon of joy winding through the grounds. It's just calling your name louder than a Midway barker. Let's feast first, okay? Because food's been the fair's love language since day one, with early pie judging, giving away like ham biscuits in the 60s, tender pork slathered on chewy buns, a Joko staple I slather at home while telling flock tales. Anyway, by the 80s, we've got deep fried fever, okay? We've got deep fried Oreos, butter, even Coca-Cola. It's all battered and bubbled gold and just makes your cholesterol skyrocket. And anyway, don't get me started on the Got to Be NC Festival. Free tastings of peach cobbler, boiled peanuts, and barbecue that'll have Nana Roo just begging for seconds. That's my guilty pleasure. A foot-long corn dog just dripping with mustard, evoking Grandma's fair halls back when a nickel bought a nickel's worth of joy. We got to talk about the rides, y'all. The rides. Oh my. Now, they evolved from 1880s carousels carved like carousel dreams to today's 70-plus thrills on the Hardee's Midway. Now, that first Ferris wheel in the 1890s, it was a wheezy wonder overlooking the ag tents. Now we've got the Sky Gazer wheel, 150 feet tall, kissing the stars while you sip the lemonade below just to watching it. The spin on the teacups, no thank you. But if that's your literally cup of tea, then you spin to your heart's content till you holler uncle. They've got games. Still, these games. Bless them, test that southern savvy. Ring toss for goldfish. Maybe they live, maybe they don't. Or plush chickens in my own dreams. You got balloon darts popping prizes. Milk bottle knockdowns where luck's half the fun. Just reminds me of toss and feed to the flock. Just hoping for a clean catch from somebody. You can win a ginormous stuffed bear, just bigger than your own britches or bigger than your car. And you're king of the hay for the night, okay? Then you've got the shows. They're the fair's fireworks soul. Livestock arenas just thrum with junior beef heifer judging where 4-H kids, they just beam brighter than their ribbons. Rodeos have been bucking since the 70s. Cowboys roping calves fiercer than a fox in a hen house. Concerts at Dorton Arena. Oh yeah, I've been to a bunch of those in my lifetime, honey. From just bluegrass pickers in the 50s to big names like Lainey Wilson today. It just echoes under that sail roof. Dorton Arena's known for the concerts. Early stunts, you got high divers plunging 90 feet. It kind of gave way to demolition derbies crashing out like thunder over there. Used to pack it all in. You got demolition derbies, swine shows, pig races, flower arranging contests where blooms literally outshine the bells. It's literally 11 days of pure, unfiltered Tar Heel togetherness. For right now, over 1 million visitors in 2024 alone. They were just dancing through the dust like one big family reunion. So, are you feeling it yet? Are you feeling that fair weather yet? Well, that's just the state fair spell working its way into your bones. Now here we are in 2025, y'all. The fair's bigger than ever. It's sprawling 325 acres with eco upgrades like solar powered lights and zero waste pushes, and they're honoring those 1853 roots while embracing tomorrow. You've got weekday lunches from 11:30 to 1:30. You got free entry, pure grace for us, just stretched thin homesteaders driving from Johnston County with their little freebie free entry get in there to the state fair deals. But amid like the apps for ride weights and drone shows dazzling the night, the heart of the state fair really hasn't changed. It's still about sharing stories over a shared, chicken skewer, or rooting for the underdog in the ring and leaving with the belly full and a soul even fuller. So my Clucky Chronicles flock just reminds me daily that life's like the fair. It's a mix of hard work, sweet surprises, and moments that just linger like the scent of popcorn on your sweater. Whether you're a first-timer or a lifer, it's waiting to weave you into that tapestry in all its bright, wonderful glory. Anyway, y'all, that's our 172-year state fair saga, darlings, from a 25-cent wonders to deep-fried delights. Now, if this stirred your sweet little soul, smash that like button and subscribe to Chrissy O's Clucky Chronicles for more farm fresh history, and just binge on my Southern Farm Stories playlist. Heck, binge all the playlists. Drop in the comments. What's actually calling you to the state fair this October? Is it the food, the rides, family, the games, the weird carnival sideshows? Anyway, I'm going to shout out some more of my favorites next week, and we're going to do even a deeper dive into the North Carolina State Fair. And I want you to stick around, because I've got even more fair stuff going and brewing. Just going to be taking my flock spirit to the Midway. Now, as I always say, honey, if you can't be good at it. Keep clucking, y'all, and I'll see you under the big top.